Hi, fifth graders. Hi, parents and families. We've been working on multiplying fractions times whole numbers at the moment, and sometimes fractions times fraction. And I've been teaching them a few different strategies here. There's 3 different strategies we can use right now, and basically I've left it up to your student or the 5th grader which strategy they like the best and which strategy they're the most comfortable with at the moment. So I will show you all 3 strategies real quick, just so you can help your student if they're struggling, okay? So, or if you're a 5th grader watching this, that way in case you need the reminder or to see how I did it, you have that. So, let's look at our homework for tonight. 3A, B, C, and D on page 36. I said we already did enough of this stuff at the top. We can skip that. So we're focusing down here. We're converting 1/3 of a minute and telling me how many seconds that is, 1/3 of a minute. Well, you have to know there's 60 seconds in a minute. So we're doing 1/3 of 60, or 1/3 times 60. And so 3 different strategies here. The first strategy I'll show you is one of the quicker ones. You're drawing these little lines and saying, well, 60 divided by 3, or 3 times 6, or 3 times what gets me 60. However you want to think about it. We are dividing 60 divided by 3. That's really what's happening when you multiply by 1/3. So 60 divided by 3 is, well, if you don't know this off the top of your head, you can cover that 0 up for a second and say 6 divided by 3. 3 times what gets me 6? 3 times 2 gets me 6. So I know it's a 2. And then I was covering a 0. I need to add that 0 back on and add the 0 to my answer. So 3 times 20 gets me 60, or 60 divided by 3 gets me 20. And then we know it's a fraction, so anything we do to the bottom, we have to do to the top. So we're going to take that numerator, the top number, and multiply by 20. 1 times 20 equals 20. So in this case, our answer should be 20 seconds. So that's one strategy we've learned. You divide the whole number by the denominator, you get this, and then you multiply that by the numerator. Okay? The second strategy we learned that a lot of your students really like is called a tape diagram. It kind of makes it more visual for them. So we take basically it's a piece of tape, it's a rectangle, and we say this whole piece is going to be 60. So again, this is a separate strategy. You don't have to do anything more once you get the answer. I'm just showing you another way you could have attacked this. So this is a different way to solve it. 60 is the total, and we're trying to find out what 1/3 is. Well, you're going to look at the denominator. The denominator tells you how many pieces we need. This denominator is 3. The number at the bottom is 3. So we're going to put 3 boxes here. So you need 2 lines to cut it into 3 pieces, okay? So now we've taken 60 and we've divided it, or cut it into thirds. Now we need to figure out how much goes in each box. Again, 60 cut into 3. 60 divided by 3, we did the same thing. How many 3's can go into 6? 2, and then add your 0 back on. So 20 goes in each box. Then our numerator, the top number, tells us how many numbers we're going to circle. This one is only 1, so we're only going to need 1 of the thirds. We only need 1, 20. So our answer is going to be 20. All right. The third strategy I've shown some people today is doing it this way. 1/3 times, and we know a whole number, 60, is actually a fraction if it's put over a 1. So you put 60 over a 1. A whole number is technically over 1. It's divided by 1. And then when we multiply fraction times fraction, you're just going to go straight across. Numerator times numerator. So 1 times 60 is 60. Denominator times denominator. 3 times 1 is 3. And then we have 60 thirds, and we just need to simplify that. We can divide both of these by 3. 3 divided by 3 would become a 1, which means we're going to have a whole number, and 60 divided by 3 is 20. So either way, no matter what way we did it, you still get 20. So that's 3 different strategies. You fifth graders need to pick one strategy that you like the best to kind of keep going the rest of the way. Or if you want to keep practicing them all, you can do it multiple ways. That's fine. Or sometimes you'll get a problem and you're like, oh, tape diagram is easier for this one. And other problems you're going to be like, no, I like this way better. Or other problems you might like this way better for. So it's okay if you want to bounce around too. But I suggest for tonight's homework to just pick one and stick with it. Okay? I'll do one more with you, and then the rest I want you to try on your own. I'll do, let's see here. I think you can handle these because we did one like this today in class where you have to knock off the 0. And I think you can handle this one because you'll just cover a 0 to figure out how many there. I'll help you with B. So again, 3 different strategies. I'll show all 3 one more time. The first way was 60 divided by 5. How many 5s can go into 60? We did figure this out in class today, but if you forget, you can always just put to the side 60 divided by 5. 5 times, or how many 5s can go into 6? 1. 6 minus 5 is 1. Bring down the 0. 5 is going into 10 twice. Or 10 divided by 5 is 2. So our answer is 12. And honestly, that's a math fact you should know by now. 5 times 12 is 60. But some of you were forgetting, so I did say you could always go back to long division if you need to. But hopefully by now in this year you know it. 5 times 12 gets me 60. So then 4 times 12 gets me my answer. 4 times 12 is 48. So our answer should be 48. Now again, I'm going to show you both the other strategies just in case. So the tape diagram way, we would set up our tape, our rectangle. And our whole number is 60 again, since there's 60 minutes in an hour. And we're dividing it this time into fifths, so into 5 pieces. That's our denominator, it tells us. So I would need 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes. Now, again, to find out how much goes in each box, you would do 60 divided by 5, or 5 times what gets me 60, and that's 12. So we're putting 12 in each box. Then our numerator, the top number, tells you how many 12s to circle. So our top number is 4. It tells me to circle 4 of them. 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12, or in other words, 12 times 4. And you'll still get 48. Okay? Or if you would rather add them, 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12, that's fine. Or if you want to skip count, 12, 24, 36, 48. Either way, you will still get 48. Okay? And again, the last strategy is doing this, turning the whole number into a fraction. So this time it was 4 fifths times 60 again over 1. Now if you do it this way, on this one, the numbers are going to get bigger, so it's a little harder, but you can do it. 4 times 60, well, 4 times 6, I know is 24, and then I add the 0 on. So 4 times 60 is 240. My denominator, 5 times 1 is 5. Then the last step, you're going to divide 240 by 5. I'll do it down here. 240 divided by 5. 5 can't go into 2, but 5 can go into 24 4 times. 24 minus 20 is 4. Bring down my 0, and that's 40. 5 can go into 40 8 times. 5 times 8 is 40. And that's my answer, 48. See? So, 3 ways to do it. I think most of my 5th graders by now really seem to like the tape diagram way. So parents, if your student is struggling with this, I suggest going this way. It's the more visual, easy way to do it. Just tell them, set up your rectangle, whole number up top. Denominator tells you to cut them into pieces, how many pieces, and the top number, the numerator, tells you how many to circle. Okay? A lot of other ones, if they didn't like the tape diagram, a lot of other kids really liked this one because it's a little quicker. But either way, you guys only have 2 more for your homework tonight, so good luck, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.